Hey coaches, welcome to my Simply Coaching Summit session, the 6 things I wish I knew as a first year coach. So I'm Allison Peterson. It's so great to meet you. I'm so glad you've come to this session today and that you're really going to dive in with me. I brought my cup of coffee today because I really just wish that I could sit across from you and have this cup of coffee with you, friend, and that we can just talk through you transitioning from classroom to coaching. So just like the Simply Coaching Summit theme for this year is stepping into coaching, I'm going to be talking to you about the 6 things that I think you need to know for stepping into coaching and the 6 things that I found out on my journey. I am starting my 8th year out of the classroom in a coaching role, and I have learned a lot along the way. And what I'm going to tell you tonight over our cup of coffee, which I need you to go grab one so that we can have coffee together. I'm going to tell you tonight my stories. I'm just going to tell you the 6 things that I wish that I had known from the beginning, but also how I learned them. So let's talk about you, because if we were having a cup of coffee together, friend, I would ask you, tell me your story. I would ask you, please, I can't wait to hear it. How many years were you in the classroom? How many moments of impact did you have on students? Tell me what you were trained in. Tell me all of the things. And so I'm dying to know. I'm dying to get to know you. And I love getting to know the members of my New to Coaching group because I love to hear their stories. And when you're transitioning out of the classroom into coaching, there is a story there. And I know that about you. There is a story. And so if we were having coffee together, the first thing I would ask you is for you to tell me your story. And since you're only on the other side of the camera today, I'll have to tell you mine, but I would love to hear your story. So just know that you are on my mind, because one of the things that I hear a lot from the coaches that I talk to, especially the ones who are newly hired, because I know what you might say. I know because I've heard from so many other coaches these phrases that they are so excited about this new opportunity, but they're also nervous and they're a little anxious and they need to know more about what coaching is and how coaching works and what it is that needs to happen with coaching. Wait, what did I just agree to? And just that desire to want to know more, it tells me so much about you. But the only real thing that I need to know about your story tonight, friend, is that you said yes. You said yes. You said yes to coming out of the classroom and moving to be an instructional coach. And that is a huge thing. It tells me that you're a runner. It tells me that you are a hard worker who has worked so hard in the classroom, who has been seen and regarded very highly amongst your peers and in your admin. And most importantly, it is you, who has a heart for making a bigger impact in education. If there is one thing that I want you to take away from this session today, it's that you are equipped for this work. You said yes to coming out of the classroom and going to be a coach. You said yes to coming out of the classroom and transitioning into instructional coaching, stepping out of your safe place and moving to something bigger because you wanted to make that bigger impact. And I feel like the coaches who are saying that they're so excited, but they're a little nervous, is they're not sure if they're equipped. I just don't know if I know everything that I need to know. Well, friend, you probably don't know everything that you need to know, but I know because I know that you said yes, that you are equipped. You are equipped for this work, friend. And here's why. Let me tell you why. It's not because of your 10, 15, 25 years of experience in the classroom. It's not. It's not because of all the training that you had. Nope. It's not because of your instructional expertise or because you're highly regarded amongst your peers or because you're a hard worker. All of those things are not what equips you. What equips you to be a new instructional coach is your passion. The passion in your heart to come out of the classroom and make a bigger impact somehow. You were called out. Something called you. Either it was something in your own heart because of the experiences that you had in your classroom or working with other teachers, or maybe you found a community online like I did who was just drawing you out to something bigger. But maybe somebody saw it in you. Maybe there was an administrator who came up to you and said, hey, you're doing such a great job in the classroom. I think you should train teachers. You should be an instructional coach. I have a position open. Do you want to apply? I know some of you had that experience and you were probably a little shocked when it happened. But the fact that you went through with it and you said yes gives you the equipping that you need, because you now have the passion and the desire in your heart to do the work that is required of you in this role, in this new instructional coaching role. In this role, it's going to be hard. There's going to be tough days. I cannot sit here with my coffee and tell you this story and say it's all happy-go-lucky and easy peasy. I can't. I'm going to tell you the real story and the real hiccups and the real issues that I ran into in my story. But what I can tell you is that you just need that passion. You need that desire to want to make change happen in your school and in your district, to make a bigger impact. That is what you need to keep going every day, even when it gets hard, to keep going when you hit another brick wall, to keep going when you just can't hear no again. It's not easy work, friends. But something in you has called you out of your place, of your classroom, of this place where you had all this control and ability to impact students, and you were good at it. You are good at it. Now you're stepping out, and that's what equips you, the fact that you're ready to step out. Now, there are more things that you might need, okay? I'll give you that. I'll give you that there's more, but your heart and your calling is enough to get you out the door and have you running against those brick walls and realizing that I can keep going. And that is what happened to me. That's how my story went, is that I knew that from the very beginning of realizing that I wanted to come out of the classroom, that I had a bigger impact that I could make. We could do more. I was in my classroom and I had my 7th and 8th grade students who I adored. But I always found myself with one foot out the door, literally, like in the hallway chatting with a teacher because she needs help with something, or thinking about something that the administrator asked me about, or trying to think about what I might do for my English department meeting next week. I was always one foot out the door, and I just was always called to something a little bit bigger. And I was always asking, could I teach the teachers this, or could I do this in a meeting, or I was always seeking something. And it's that right there, that desire that I had to keep going, making change, doing something more, improving this, improving that. That's the thing that has kept me going in this job for the last 7 years. And now I'm going to start my 3rd instructional coaching program at my 3rd independent school. And that is going to be another time where I'm going to have to really work and use my passion for making change happen. I'm going to have to use that passion, and that's what's going to propel this new coaching program that I'm about to launch at a new school. That's what's going to help move it forward. Not just my instructional expertise, but my passion for making change happen. So when you transition into this role, you find yourself in this interesting middle ground. You're not a teacher anymore, but you're not really an administrator. And so you kind of straddle and you find yourself on both sides of the table. But that place right there is an amazing place for you to be able to make change happen and make an impact, because you have a unique spot, a unique location where you're standing, where you can influence lots of things. And that's how you make change happen from your role. I just want to encourage you, before we even get started here today, that you are already equipped, and your passion and desire to make change happen equips you for the work that we're going to do. So as we talk over coffee and I tell you my story, I want you to start encouraged, okay? And think about what it is that has led you out of the classroom and brought you into this new role as a coach, and hold on to that thing. that thing that you want to do, that impact you want to make, because that's the thing that you're going to need to be able to make this impact. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the 6 things that I wish I knew as a new instructional coach. And I'm going to tell you my story and how I learned these things so that you can know kind of practically how you discover them, because you're probably going to have a similar journey to mine.